Hello boys and girls. Hi, I'm Aunty Mel. I'm here today under this beautiful tree. Now I'm what you call a Yellamundi, which is like an auntie and a teacher. And I'm here to help you with things like connecting to the environment around you and learning lots of fun stuff, especially about listening to yourself. I love trees. Trees are very important to my people, and the Darug and the Gadigal people, which are part of Australia's Indigenous population, the oldest people in the whole entire world. Yeah, that's right, I'm part of that tribe, the oldest people in the whole entire world. And I believe that we're all brothers and sisters here on this earth, here to help each other. Anyway, today I'm going to be telling you some stories. But before I do that, I'd just like to take a second to hug this tree. I love hugging trees. Trees are beautiful. They give us food. They give us shade. They're so great. Did you know that trees make oxygen so we can all breathe? They're so special. We should protect trees. There's no need to harm them. Thank you, tree. Today we'll make a story up, and I'll make it up as I go along because I'm good at doing that. And we'll make up a story about a tree today. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful tree, and it stood tall and strong in a paddock where no trees were. The property stayed vacant for a very long time, till one day a family came along. They came along in the car, and they had a look at the big property. It was dry, except for the one big beautiful tree. Mum, I don't like this place. There's no trees, there's no shade, said one of the girls. The mother said, honey, we can't afford anything with more trees. The properties with trees are just too expensive. Their dad said, she does make a point, hun. It is very dry out here. Do you sure you want to live all the way out here in Whoop Whoop? Whoop Whoop, by the way, is far away from towns. The mum said, I can see a lot of potential in this place, and it might look dry and arid right now with only this one beautiful tree. And I do love this one beautiful tree, the mum said. I'm sure we can make this our beautiful home, and we can love this land and make it something really special for our family, and this land will be part of our family. The little girl looked up at her dad and her mum and said, what do you think, little brother? And she looked over to her little brother, and he said, can I climb the tree? And they all laughed. And then Dad said, sure you can, son. And he helped his son up, and his son climbed up the tree. And he sat in the tree and he said, well, from up this tree, everything looks perfect up here, Dad. And the dad said, I think he's onto something. They all looked at each other and they agreed that this was going to be their new home. So that was great. They had a new home. But as I said, it was very arid. There was no other trees on the property, only one tree for shade. And there wasn't much water out there, only a water tank. And it didn't get much rain because if there's not many trees, there's not much rain. They sat out there and it was very dry, and it hadn't rained for a very, very long time out there. They sat under the tree and they thought, what are we going to do with this property? How can we make it beautiful and happy? The girl went for a little walk and said, I need to have a walk and a talk to this land. As she walked along, she found a spot And she sat down there and she tapped her hand on the ground. Spirit of this land, I know that you're here. Mother Earth, wake up. Wake up. I want to ask you something. And the little girl sat down and she laid there on the ground. She waited for an answer. She must have fallen asleep for a minute, and in her dreams, Mother Earth spoke to her. "What's up, child?" Mother Earth said. And the girl sat up and said, "Oh, you answered. Well, this is the question I have. We've just bought this property, and it is your beautiful Earth, Mother Earth. And, it looks sad to me, and I want to know what will make the property happy. What will make the ground happy? What will make the tree happy? And what will make the rain come back?" The Mother Earth sat and said, "Thank you for caring, child. I'm glad that you care about me because I care about you too. I'm Mother Earth and I care about all humans." The girl felt really happy, like Mother Earth just gave her a big hug. And the little girl just went and hugged the ground and went, "Oh, I love you so much." She gave it a big hug. And then Mother Earth said, "Little girl, I would be very happy if you planted some seeds to grow more trees here. I will give you the seeds if you plant them, and then I promise I'll make it rain." The little girl said, "What? Really? Are you serious, Mother Earth? This will be really cool. My mum and dad will never believe this conversation." And she got up and she ran over to her parents, who were under the tree watching the brother still sitting up who was climbing up in the tree. Mum, Dad, she said. "Guess what? I just laid down and I spoke to Mother Earth, and Mother Earth said that she'd be really happy if we planted these seeds. If we plant all these seeds and all these seeds grow, then the rain will come back and we'll have the most beautiful home ever. It will be beautiful." And she was so excited, and her parents looked at her and said, "Wow, that'll be a great idea." And she said, "Mother Earth said she should give me these seeds to plant, but I just don't know where the seeds are." Just then the brother said, "I think I know where the seeds are." And the little girl looked up in the tree, and there were some beautiful seeds the brother had in his hand. He picked from the tree. "I'm sure these are the ones Mother Earth was talking about," the boy said. He climbed down the tree with the seeds carefully in his hand, and he kissed them all. He kissed all the seeds, and he gave them a big hug and gave them to his sister and said, "I think I can feel their heartbeats, so we got to be careful with these ones." So he carefully gave them to his sister, and she held them really close and she kissed them too. "We'll plant you and look after you, little seeds," she said. And they walked along. They found some places to plant the seeds. They wanted them far enough away from the trees so when they grew into big trees that they would all have space to grow. And so she sat there and she planted the seeds in these special spots where she thought where Mother Earth would like them. And she put them all around. And then they didn't have much water. They only had a little bit of water in the water tank. So they went over to the water tank and they turned the water on and they caught the water in a bucket, and carefully they went and they watered. They poured their water